Hi everyone, welcome to lesson 21, past perfect progressive. So what is past perfect progressive? If you remember from lesson 20 when I taught you guys past perfect, in past perfect we had an event number 1, event number 2. You remember? Okay, beautiful. Okay, so now part perfect progressive is similar, but now what it is the duration here is progressive. We're going to use progressive from event number 1 to event number 2. The time here will be progressive. It's the duration of time during first event and the second event. It's the time during these two here. Okay? So what we're going to use? For number 1, we're going to use past perfect progressive, which would have a subject plus had plus been plus the verb ing. Okay, that is going to be the format that we're going to use before, after, and for number 2, simple past, the subject and the verb in the simple past. Okay, so here we have that you have been living in Mexico before you came to the United States. So what's the questions? Where had you been living before you moved to New York? So the question is asking you, before this time, during this time here, okay, from maybe the time you were born all the way to the time, where had you been living? So you could say, I had been living in Mexico City before I moved to the United States. Okay? So that would be the format in general. Okay? So remember, very simple, similar to past perfect. But here you're going to use progressive, the verb ing. Okay? So here, event number 1, past perfect progressive. We have the subject plus had plus been plus the verb ing. Okay? And for event number 2, we're going to use the simple past format. Okay? Now, questions with positive and negative answers. Yes? Had you been studying English before you came to class? So this question is asking you, this is class, yes? During this time here, what have you been doing? So you said, yes, I had been studying English before I came to class, because this event number 1 and this is event number 2. Okay? In the negative, no, I have not or I haven't been studying English before I came to class. So the most important things that you need to remember, similar to past perfect, is that your event number 1, you're going to use the past perfect progressive format, and for event number 2, you're going to use the simple past. Okay? So let's review that again. Past perfect progressive, you have event 1, event number 2, and you're talking about the events that happened during the time. Okay, for event number 1, subject plus had plus been plus the verb in ing. Okay, and for event number 2, simple past, subject plus simple past verb. Okay, so where had you been living? So we have had, okay, you been living before you moved to New York. The subject, I had been, and then the verb live, living in Mexico before I moved to the United States. Okay? And for the questions, the negative, and positive. Had you been studying before you came to class? Had you been eating? Had you been speaking with your family before you came to class? Yes, I have been eating, speaking, driving before I came to class. No, I have not, or I hadn't been studying, eating, speaking before I came to class. Beautiful. Great job. I hope that today's lesson you really practice and you learn a lot from it. Thank you. Have you subscribed to my channel? No, you haven't? Well, if you want to learn English from home and you want to spend time learning new words, new verb in the English language, it will be a great idea. So here we have in YouTube, you can find me for English for Empowerment. Okay, so please watch the video. If you like the videos, please give me a like. If also you think the videos are very good, informative, share with your friends and family. And the most important, subscribe. Because when you're subscribed and you hit the bell, every time I have a new video, you are able to see it. Okay? So it's very important. I do all this video with my love and dedication to you. It's very important that you guys share it, like, and subscribe to them. It's very important. Also, if you love TikTok, you can find me in TikTok for English for Empowerment. In TikTok, you have 1 minute of the lessons, and YouTube, you will have the total video of the lessons with more information and more details. So remember, subscribe. Thank you.